Hello, my name is Mohammed Damani. I'm the Regional Executive Chef for Mount Carmel Health System, and today I'm going to demo a Waldorf chicken salad for you. So before I get started with this recipe, I laid out everything that I need. I have all of my mise en place or things in place. So with this recipe, we have green onions, celery, almonds, some pita bread for the finished product, some cooked poached chicken breast, red apples, grapes, Greek yogurt, salt, black pepper, garlic powder, and rosemary. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make the dressing. So I have 1 cup of Greek yogurt here. I'm going to put it right in the mixing bowl. Get all of it in there. 1 teaspoon of salt. 1 teaspoon of black pepper, teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1 teaspoon of rosemary. So we're going to take all of that and we're just going to fold it together in the bowl. We're using Greek yogurt here instead of mayonnaise. Greek yogurt is a great option. It's low fat, almost virtually fat-free. You can buy a fat-free variety. High protein. Adds that creamy texture without adding all of the fat and the calories of mayonnaise. And the reason we're making this dressing first is so all those spices can kind of marry with the Greek yogurt and mix through it and really release the flavor and the oils in there. So we're just going to leave that here for now. We're going to come over here and we're going to toast some almonds to go in this salad. So when you toast almonds on the stovetop, you want to turn it to about a medium heat. You want to put your almonds in there. And you want to let them toast. You want to keep a close eye on them so they don't burn. So while that's toasting, I'm going to multitask and I'm going to start chopping some of my vegetables while also keeping an eye on the almonds. So for the vegetables, I have 2 stalks of celery. I've already washed and rinsed them. You want to make sure you wash all of your vegetables before you use them. I'm just going to trim off the ends. And I'm going to get a small dice here. So in order to do that, I'm going to slice it right down the rib into a long stick. And then one thing that I like to do is cut that in half and then stack it right next to each other. That way you can cut more celery at once. Then I'm just going to rock the knife back and forth and get my small dice. And do the same thing to my other stalk of celery here. Before I move on to my next item, I'm going to go over here and give this a stir, kind of check on it, see how it's doing. I'm going to turn the heat up just a little bit. I'll add the celery into my bowl over here. When you chop vegetables, a good tip is you can scoop it using your knife. Just make sure to stay clear of the blade, get up under the vegetable, lift it up, and then use the tip of your finger to just slide it off. Next, we're going to slice the green onions. We have 1 bunch of green onions here that's been washed. The ends have already been trimmed off. There is that end there that you want to trim off and discard. So I'm actually going to use the entire green onion. I'm going to cut off the very, very end just because sometimes they can be kind of unsightly. But I'm going to use the greens and the whites. They all have great flavor. I'm going to use the same trick that I did before where I cut it in half, stack it next to each other so I can get a big stack and do less slicing. Check on my almonds here. You can start to smell a little bit the toasted nut smell, so you can tell they're cooking. See some of the oil releasing as well. That's a good tip that they're cooking there. I'm going to go ahead and take my onions, put them into my mixing bowl. The next thing we're going to put in is 1 cup of grapes. I have red grapes here. You can use green grapes as well, or black grapes. Make sure you use seedless grapes. You don't want to have to de-seed all of the grapes. You don't want anybody to bite down on that hard seed when they're eating it as well. But black, green, or red will all work. Flavors vary slightly. Red tend to be sweeter. Green tend to be a bit more tart. So when I'm slicing this, you can see I'm kind of pinching with my fingers and making sure I slice and staying clear of my fingers there. Grapes are a little tricky because they tend to roll. Stop for a second. I can smell the almonds toasting away here. Let's give them a little stir. What you're looking for with the almonds is just a slight browning on them and that nutty toasted nut flavor just kind of permeating through. All right, continue with my grapes. All right, now that we have my grapes here, I'm going to go ahead and add those to the bowl. And I hear my almonds kind of popping, so I'm going to take a look here. Just about there. As you can see, there's a little bit of brown on the outside of these almonds. That's perfect right where you want them. You can smell the aroma through the air and you can see some of the oil has released. So at that point, you want to take them off the heat, turn off the stovetop, and just let them sit and cool because you don't want to add the hot almonds to the salad. It'll thin out the dressing and it'll be warm and it's not good for the salad. So we'll just let those cool there. Next step is to slice our apples, or dice our apples. So we have 2 red delicious apples here. You can also use Granny Smith. Granny Smith are a little tartar. They're a little more firm. Gala apples are sweeter. Fuji apples are also sweeter. Honeycrisp apples are the sweetest. They're probably not good for this recipe. They're best for eating raw. But these will work just fine. These are red delicious apples. So we need to dice these small. So in order to do that, I'm going to cut the bottom off here. I'm going to discard that. That way I have a flat surface. I'm going to slice down one side. I'm going to spin it around. This way I'm avoiding the core and I won't have to de-seed my apple. I'll slice down another. Slice down another. We'll discard that core there. And then in order to get the dice, we're going to cut, then flip on the side. And then we have sticks. And we'll go ahead and slice those down for our dice. All right, so I have my one red apple that I diced up. I'm gonna go ahead and put that into the bowl with all the other ingredients. And then I'm gonna dice my chicken. So I have 4 chicken breasts here that I've poached. Poaching is just simmering slowly in a flavored liquid so you can cook, and keep that moisture of the chicken. So the chicken breast is already pre-cooked. I'm gonna go ahead and dice that. In order to do that, I'm gonna cut strips. You can also shred this. Some people prefer a shredded chicken salad. Some people prefer a diced. Whichever one you prefer, that's the way to go. If I were to shred it, I would simply take it, put it on my cutting board. I can use my knife to kind of pull and shred this way. It's actually a bit faster, or you can do the dice as I showed you before. This one will actually have a mix of the two, since I wanted to show you both methods. And again, with the shred, you can just pull with your knife. So we'll add all that chicken into our bowl here. We'll add in our toasted almonds that have cooled down. Then we're going to go ahead and fold all of these ingredients together. So when you're folding ingredients, you don't want to mash, you don't want to push too hard. You just want to take your utensil, your spatula or spoon, and go to the bottom of the bowl and pull up and fold over. And we're just going to keep that process going, spin the bowl around, make sure we get everything nice and coated here. It actually smells really good. You can smell the green onions. They're adding a lot of fragrance and aroma to this. Everything nice and coated here. So I have my finished chicken salad here. I'm gonna go ahead and stuff it in these pita pockets, and I'll show you how to open those up. But a couple of notes on variations and just methods with this recipe. I did toast the nuts while I was chopping all the other ingredients. If you don't feel comfortable with that, or you don't have space right next to your stove to prep, you can absolutely toast the nuts separately ahead of time, whatever you're most comfortable with. You can also toast them in the oven. You can put them in about 300-degree oven for 8 to 10 minutes and just keep an eye on them so they don't burn. A couple of other notes: instead of grapes, you can use dried cranberries, you can use raisins, you can use blueberries or blackberries. Whatever type of fruit you want to put in there, you can substitute that out. Also, with the chicken, if you don't want to poach the chicken, or you're tight on time, you can use a rotisserie chicken. You can absolutely buy a pre-made rotisserie chicken, shred all of that meat, and make the salad with this. So the chicken salad is finished. I had it chilled for a couple of hours in the fridge. Doing that allows all the flavors to come together and blend very well. It'll be even better the next day as all of those flavors start to mingle. So to serve this, I'm gonna do it in a pita pocket. You can also conversely just put a scoop of this on a bed of lettuce. That's a lower carb, lower calorie alternative, also a good way to eat it. So either way you wanna go. Pita is also good. So with the pita, I'm gonna slice it right in half, and this pita will actually form a pocket. You just wanna pull very, very, very gently. Open it up, get a nice pita pocket there. And we're just gonna fill it with some of this chicken salad. Another thing that you can do is you can also, if you want, you can add shredded lettuce in here to give yourself a little more vegetables. You can add some shredded carrot. Whatever you like, you can add in there. Get our second pocket there. And there we have our Waldorf chicken salad pita pocket.
Hi, my name is Amy Shea, and I'm nutrition faculty with Mount Carmel College of Nursing. And in this video, we're going to talk about the Waldorf chicken salad that you just saw prepared by Chef Mohammed. So I really want to take some time to look at the nutrient analysis for this chicken salad. You can see on the slide that the Healthy Living Center, or HLC, Waldorf chicken salad has a really great nutrition profile. So the serving size, and this is noted on your recipe as well, the serving size is 1.5 cups of the chicken salad. So we're just looking at the chicken salad nutrition. This doesn't include the whole wheat pita or if you're adding romaine lettuce or anything like that. It's just the chicken salad. But 1.5 cups of the chicken salad will give you about 330 calories, about 10 grams of fat, little saturated fat from that. And remember, saturated fat is the type of fat we want less of because it's not so heart healthy. It has about 22 grams of carbohydrates, and you can see 4.5 grams of those carbohydrates come from fiber. So we get a lot of great fiber in this healthy chicken salad recipe because we have grapes and apples and onions and all kinds of delicious vegetables and fruit, and the almonds as well. So nuts as well are going to add to that fiber. And one thing that you can think about is adding additional vegetables. So you could try to add shredded carrots. Again, you could add some slices or leaves of romaine lettuce to kind of beef up the content of that pita. So different ways to add some fiber, good nutrients there. And so back looking at the nutrient analysis, you can see 39 grams of protein, which is pretty impressive, and only about 218 milligrams of sodium. So what I wanted to do is compare this healthy Waldorf chicken salad to maybe your typical store-bought chicken salad that you can get in the deli. So this happens to be the Kroger chicken salad, not picking on Kroger, but just looking at the deli chicken salad from Kroger. And you can see the serving on this chicken salad is only 1/2 cup. So if we convert that to the 1.25 cups that we have for our chicken salad recipe, you can see the nutrition at the bottom in the blue font. So 1.25 cups of the Kroger chicken salad would give you 750 calories, 60 grams of fat, and 800 milligrams of sodium. So I really wanted to drive home that point about the difference between the nutritional analysis with the two recipes or the two types of chicken salad. And the other thing you can see in the Kroger chicken salad, we have 0 grams of fiber, right? And in previous videos, I've talked about how fiber is healthy for your blood sugar management. Fiber can help keep you full and feeling satisfied. Fiber is helpful for cholesterol management. So we really want that fiber, and this Kroger chicken salad unfortunately doesn't have any. And then also look at the protein. So a lot less protein in that Kroger chicken salad. So I think it's pretty clear that our HLC Waldorf chicken salad is going to win when it comes to the nutritional analysis. One other thing I wanted to stress is the difference between using Greek yogurt in this recipe versus your typical mayonnaise. So most of your chicken salad, tuna salad, those type recipes are going to have mayonnaise in the recipe. So I wanted to compare these two ingredients. Greek yogurt, so plain non-fat Greek yogurt, has not a lot of calories, 0 fat, right? So that's great there. No fat there, has good protein, minimal sodium, and then also has good calcium, which is important for our bones, and it has other nutrients as well, including vitamin B12, magnesium, potassium, zinc, so all of these nutrients that are really going to help keep us healthy. When you look at the mayonnaise, unfortunately, it has a lot of calories, a lot of fat, and much higher in that saturated fat, which is not healthy for our heart. And then look at the sodium. So you can see that's really why on the previous slide, the sodium was so high in that Kroger chicken salad, is a lot of it's coming from the mayonnaise itself. So hopefully some of these comparisons can help you understand how the healthy Waldorf chicken salad is going to be a better choice.